It's D-Mac and Reiter on 97.1 The Fan.
What up? Welcome into the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. One of those voices is Doug McCain. Another one is me, Bill Reiter. This is D-Mac and Reiter. Thanks for hanging. 855-97 LA Fan. We didn't get to our guy's question. We got our guy on there as the warm-up act.
Right.
And then the main act's like, well, I'm ready, started strumming the guitar. I'm like, oh, get off the stage.
Kind of forgot. What was the question?
What did our guy ask? He asked,
it was about the salary cap.
What do the players get out of this? And
oh, that's right.
Here's my answer, and I think you and I are aligned to a degree. I do think that the players can attempt, what they're aiming for would be a high enough floor and a high enough ceiling that it guarantees more of baseball revenue is spent on baseball, and therefore more money goes to players. Now, to your point, if you're just taking the current distribution and you're sort of reassigning it so the Dodgers, who invest in their own product, don't get to spend as much, but it forces bad teams to spend a little bit more and doesn't have an impact, I'm not here for that. But to answer the caller's question, I think if you could create a floor and a cap where there's, I don't know, right now, this year, there's $5.5 billion in contracts in Major League Baseball. If that number goes to $6 billion or $6.5 billion, if it forces the owners to spend more and what they get in return are more markets that are competitive, and therefore you generate maybe more income in Miami and wherever, Las Vegas, when that happens, maybe that's where everybody wins. But I think what the players are pushing for is just more money spent on the product, on themselves.
Yeah, Bill. I mean, right now there's 7 teams that have a payroll under $100 million. So that would be a bump in pay for a lot of players that are not your Shohei Ohtanis or not your Aaron Judges and your Juan Sotos. I mean, it would be at the top saying, hey, we're going to take some money and we're maybe going to allow some of the other and maybe less superstar type players get some of the pie. But that's kind of where it would be, is the winners would be the players right there that aren't the big dollar makers. And also it's the fans too. If you're on your side of the coin, it has more of a balance. I mean, I think what would happen, I think ultimately, if there's a salary floor, I think it might be 4 or 5 owners that might sell teams.
Good, get him out of here.
I think Bob Nutty and that
get him out of here.
Yeah, I think that's what would happen. I really do.
Yeah, he's been weaving and bobbing and weaving, trying not to spend money for years.
Yeah.
That was bad. You can boo me. It's fine. I'll just mark it down.
That was a nutting burger. That was
mark down the boo myself. Oh, that's a double. It's a double whammy for me. So there's going to be debates over money in baseball for a long time. What no one debates is money is Earl Hershiser, because that guy is awesome. And he was on the show yesterday. He was gracious enough to make some time. And he was sort of like Nostradamus. How do you combine Hershiser and Nostradamus? Oraldamus?
Oraldamus, Herstradamus.
Herstradamus is really good. When he was talking about Shohei Ohtani's ability to balance both things, and in a lot of ways, his answer 24 hours ago was prescient about the Ohtani outing we were about to see.
I think he can do both. I really do. And I think they're doing things to adjust it by when do we let him hit when he's pitching, what days are off, what day does he fall on as far as is there an off day after the day he pitches. And, of course, they're always talking to him about his body and his rest and his sleep and all the different things that they calculate and then get feedback on. So I don't think it's time to make that choice at all, but it is the first time in the history of his life that at 31 years old that he's trying to do both at an elite level. And because the offense had a little bit of a slow start, it became a topic. But, again, I'm not worried about him being slow and not producing offensively the rest of the year. I think he's going to be just fine.
I'm keeping track here on D-Mac and Reiter on 97.1 The Fan, the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. I'm keeping track here, D-Mac, of the laughs and the cheers. I'm going to start a new thing where I keep track of Dodgers legends and Dodgers players who side with us. So it's 1-1.
I like that. That's a good one.
Because Miguel sided with you on Shohei no-hitter, but Orel sided with me that he can do both. So it's just a little 1-1 action right there.
I would dare anyone to cut anything where I said that Shohei should be a one-way player. Okay, so that was never the case. I think it's a fluid situation. He's going to get some
you
baked-in
dispute
days
the notion
off.
of my
Yeah.
You're disputing. All right. I mean, look, it's easy sometimes to just sort of look past Ohtani and how ridiculous he is. What the holy hell? He's going to open a game with a home run and then do 6 no-hit innings. We're probably in a simulation, right? Somebody's just messing with us with Ohtani. They're like, let's see if this wakes them up in the Matrix.
Certainly. I mean, we're never going to see this type of player again. I always get offended when someone calls him generational. It's like, no, this is once in a planet, right? This is something we'll never see again.
Simulational.
Once in a simulational. He's not generational. He's simulational.
Yeah.
I thought we were queuing up the next.
That was for me. Oh. That was just, you can talk there. I have a question for you about Ohtani. I have not spent time around him the way that I have most of the people that are big figures in sports. The first time I was around LeBron, it was a holy hell, this guy is a specimen kind of moment. Whenever I'm watching Ohtani on TV or from a distance at a game, right, he looks like he's big. Is he, like, when you're near him, is he kind of built like an Avenger, or is he built like a regular dude and he's just this good at baseball?
Yeah, I mean, I always say he's Superman in baseball cleats, right? He definitely, from a physique standpoint, he's big, and he's got these strong legs and he's strong arms. I mean, the dude is absolutely not as jacked as he was a couple years ago. He's a little leaner than he is. There was actually a story in Japan this whole offseason. They were debating if he had lost too much weight and lost too much muscle. But no, the dude, I mean, he looks like he was built in a lab somewhere. If you're going to build a Major League Baseball player, it'd be 6'3", 6'4". He looks like a movie star. He looks like a rock star, and he's everything. Yeah, dude's an absolute specimen.
Similar debates happen to my family about, if I lost too much muscle.
It's a problem, right?
It's a real issue.
You've gotten that same criticism.
Can't lose what you don't have. That's the thing. You can't misplace it. Eric Lauer came into this Dodgers team to plug a hole, to keep the six-man rotation going. And there were some people, I don't remember their names, Bill Reiter, who doubted him and maybe made fun of him a little bit and said he was bad at baseball. Great first outing. An interesting exchange when Lauer was asked about his future, though, with this Dodgers team.
That's a weird question.
I mean,
Yeah, I think the goal for me is, just put together a bunch of good outings, and after that, I think we'll see what the need is and where the need is, and we'll go based off that. But I mean, my goal, as far as I'm concerned, is just go out there and have good outings.
Yeah, he didn't like that. It was almost like, to that reporter, he was Eric Glauer.
Wow. Yeah, I think for him, that's a little weird. It's like your first start, you pitch well, you're trying to overcome what's been a bad season, and to hear like, okay, well, you guys are already trying to basically move off of me. I mean, he knows why he's there. I mean, we've talked about it. You want to preserve the six-man rotation. You want to help the team any way you can, and you're already basically asking about his future. So the good thing is his future is brighter because of how he looked, right? He had a good start.
I'm always interested in this because you and I have done this, and you still do this for a living, going into clubhouses and locker rooms and asking these questions, and at times having to ask difficult questions. And I would say that one thing you and I have in common is that we're both willing to ask hard questions. I have no doubt, I'm just going to call you out. You already said this, and it's true. You would have asked Shohei Ohtani, how did you feel about being pulled?
Oh, 100%.
And he should have been asked.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of my role there.
Is this Lauer thing, usually I side with the reporter. Depending on how it was asked, does it feel over the line? I guess there's a way to phrase it, right? Hey, there's been some questions about your future. I didn't hear the question about your future, but man, what a great outing. You think this helps your future, but it doesn't sound like that's the way it was asked.
I think what I would have done is try to take the phrasing of when Brandon Gomes was talking about him, about his role. Like, Brandon Gomes talked about, hey, just wanting to preserve that six-man rotation. You have a specific role, but of course, there's a lot of all-stars and Cy Young winners that are going to be on their way back, competitive rotation. What do you think you need to do to be able to find a role for this team long-term? And does that kind of cross your mind that this might not be the longest stint here? Something like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I think for that, it was kind of like really... there's a time and a place, too, right after a pretty solid start, but why not?
Great start.
I think it was a pretty fair question.
You did?
I did. I think it was a pretty fair question. That's something that, honestly, I would have probably asked, right, if I was in those shoes. But also, too, I always say this, too, if you're going to ask a question like that, you're also going to set yourself up for that. So if he says it's weird, you just kind of smile and maybe, I think you can kind of catch and rephrase it a little bit. And, that guy who did, I think it was Doug Padilla from who's definitely a pro. He knows what he's doing.
All right, great question. Doug Padilla. This is D-Mac and Reiter, 97.1, The Fan, the voice of L.A. sports. There was an old board op I used to work with, and so did Bursch, who they called Ghost Fingers. And I think Jay Moore coined it, and it stuck.
Fingers.
I want you to be Trigger Fingers, because it is amazing me when something happens in the sports world, and I'm watching it, and then my phone vibrates, and you are commenting on it, before it's finished. It's pretty incredible. And everywhere yesterday was the sort of Shohei Ohtani dropping some words that we cannot say here on this wonderful radio station 97.1 The Fan. But you were the first. You were just as Ohtani was dropping the F-bomb. You were the first. You were the first to let me know this was happening, and certainly you predated Dave Roberts after the game being asked about Shohei's favorite curse word.
It seemed like he was kind of talking himself a lot. Do you know what his favorite curse word in English is?
I do. I do. I do. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to protect him on that one.
We all heard it on the hot mic. So here's my... Why do you think he doesn't swear in Japanese?
It's a really good question. I mean, my guess would be the fact that he's surrounded with some of his other teammates, and there's just something about that word that kind of hits.
It's a great word.
So he's got to be the first player in big league history to have 6 no-hit innings, had a leadoff home run, and also still cussed at himself for his lack of performance, right? Imagine
That's true.
being that mad at yourself when you're doing all those great things. That shows you that Shohei's the ultimate perfectionist. That's what he's always been. And that was pretty loud. That was a hot mic right there. So he's gonna put a. Are they gonna defer the money that he's gonna put in the swear jar? Like, is he gonna be able to do that? Because
Oh wow!
don't call it a comeback.
I won't.
First of all, I'm up by 3 in my own invisible list. I don't have a pen here.
I have a piece of paper, everyone, that I use to tell you certain things. Like, this is the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, and twice a show you steal it. You just take my stuff.
I actually genuinely apologize for
Would
this
you
one.
like my coffee?
Somehow it ended up in my hand. I have no idea how it ended up in my hand. I really
Did
don't.
you notice I went to look for it? I'm like, wait, where's the thing?
I genuinely have no idea. I'm honestly going to just put my hands behind my back.
It's Team Reiter 97.1 The Fan. All right, so we had Miguel Rojas on the show about 45 minutes ago because you booked him, which is awesome, dude. Like, credit to you. And Miggy was amazing. If you missed the entire interview, I think we all think you'd love it. You can find it on YouTube at The Fan LA. You can find it when it comes out on the full podcast version of this show, wherever you get your podcasts, on 97.1 The Fan, DMAC and Reiter. But we want to play a few of these because it was really good. One of the things that Miguel Rojas talked about here on the show was Mookie Betts' obvious recent struggles.
Yeah, I don't think the position change have anything to do with his swing. His swing has been his swing for so long. He just been dealing with a couple different things, health related, the last couple of years that he has to overcome. And definitely, when you go through moments like that and process like that, so you're gonna lose something. So I don't think Mookie is done working towards where he wants to be, but I'm pretty sure with the talent that Mookie has and with the career and what the numbers have shown for players like him, 70 or 80 at bats is not gonna compromise your career or your season. So the people who are talking about a struggling Mookie right now and why he's not hitting or anything like that, have to put things in perspective. That is just 70 at bats. He's going to get 350 more at bats, and he have a long time to recover his season and be the Mookie that we want him to be. And I know for a fact that I will never bet against Mookie because he's a guy who's done it in the biggest of the time, and he have done it for a long time. And when you're talented and work as hard as him, good things are going to happen.
Miggy was so great on so many things. I'm not an optimist by nature. I feel like I'm fairly pragmatic. I don't think I'm a pessimist. My confidence level, DMAC, for some of these struggling Dodgers, which really Mookie Betts and Kyle Tucker, has improved a little bit, maybe a lot over the last couple weeks, as we've seen other guys who have struggled to a certain degree. Will Smith has, poor tail before he got hurt. Shohei was struggling a few weeks ago. The Dodgers were on a 4-game losing streak. I think, to his point, Mookie's going to be okay. I'm a little more optimistic, but it doesn't feel like a lock the way Shohei did.
Different players, different parts of their careers.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair point for sure. But he did bring a really good point about just, look, it's a longer season. I think, too, we talked about in the show a couple of days ago, the fact that Mookie only had a couple games down in AAA. He got the big game a couple days ago with a couple home runs. He has found something in his swing. So I'm willing to give him the spot at cleanup, let him see how he does for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully Mookie Betts can turn things around. And I think that it was such a positive the other day. He didn't really build on it as much, but you still saw some better at bats yesterday. So the results are
You like
coming.
you like what you saw?
I did, yeah, certainly. I think just the aggression early in the counts, there was some hard contact in there, and Rojas realizes too that the biggest takeaway for me was if Rojas, who had said, "Oh yeah, the shortstop is taking too much out of him, just playing that physically demanding position is limiting what he can do at the plate," then I'd be concerned. The fact that it's not that, and just about being a productive bat, I still think he can be in there. And there's the thing, they don't need Mookie Betts to be peak Mookie Betts anymore. They really don't. If you can be solid, Kyle Tucker, Andy Pages, there's a lot of guys in this lineup that can kind of pick up the slack.
It's D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. The next voice you're going to hear is that of, again, Miguel Rojas, who sided with D-Mac earlier on the show on Ohtani's no-hitter game last night.
All we care is about winning. And if I can tell you something about yesterday, Shohei was pretty upset about his pitching performance. He don't think he pitched a really good game because of the walks, because not being able to be in the strike zone early against those guys, and having a high pitch count in the sixth inning. It's impossible for people to believe that Shohei can complete a complete game no-hitter yesterday with a pitch count, with everything that he have to go through. Shohei is a different athlete, and for us to kind of like have him, we're really happy that he's on our team. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that management, front office want to take care of him as well. As much as we want Shohei to throw a no-hitter, yesterday wasn't really the good situation for him to continue pitching that game. I don't think a no-hitter is that important than having Shohei healthy for the rest of the season. So I feel like that's my point of view on that situation.
By the way, you said this would be true. He also answers, he is very willing, Miguel Rojas, to just be candid. It's great.
He is. He talks and you listen closely, and he's dropping gems. And look, he understands, too, that he's going to be asked about Shohei Ohtani and other players on the team. So he's really the best insight that you can get to the Dodgers. I think he's like number one. If you talk to any player on this team about the actual inner workings of the Dodgers and will actually give you a glimpse in, I would put him 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, he's really one of the only guys that gets candid.
Dodgers fans, here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports on D-Mac and Reiter, just this week alone, we've had Adrian Gonzalez. We've had Oral Hershiser. Today we have Miguel Rojas. This is what we're going to deliver to you every day, day in, day out, week in, week out. The best Dodgers talk on radio in Los Angeles. 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. A lot of stuff from Miguel Rojas, including, and the original person who broke that Miggy was going to retire was the one and only Doug McCain. But he also let you know, and you asked about it again, would maybe a 3-peat, a Dodgers World Series, could anything alter whether or not he would play next year?
It's all about how this season ends, At the end of the day, you got to know if you're healthy, if your body's going to hold off for another year, if the team accomplished what they want to accomplish, and obviously if the team wants you back. So for me, I'm okay being done after this year. But like I say, I don't want to just cut it short on us winning another championship and not keeping the core together to go for 4 in a row. So I feel like for me, that's a motivation kind of factor that I have there. That's what drives me every single day to go to the field and win another championship so I can continue to play. And I told the guys every single day that I want to win this World Series so I can come back and play again with you guys. So that's kind of like a motivation thing that I have inside of me right there.
Thank you to Miguel Rojas for making time for us and hanging out with us. It's easy to look past this. Leadership, chemistry, especially a 162-game season. And for the Dodgers, it's always going to be much longer. They're going to play deeper than most teams. I hope the guy comes back just from a clubhouse perspective.
I do too. And it was interesting too, asking about being in a different role this year, being close to Dave Roberts, kind of learning what life after baseball could look like. And I think the fact that he did sign up for that new role is kind of saying, wait a minute, if I can still play, I'm going to play. But the good thing about it is if he's going to continue his career, he's told me this too in the past, that this is it. It's either the Dodgers or bust. He will not play for another organization. It's just the Dodgers. So And that would be a great problem to have, right? Deciding whether or not Miguel Rojas is going to continue his career would mean the Dodgers are celebrating a third straight championship. So I would love to have that discussion at some point this winter.
It would be really, really cool for him to have to make the decision about his future based on a three-peat.
Yeah.
What champagne problems?
That's the definition of champagne problems right there. And I think, too, I mean, he's such a great mentor. He's really been almost like the Mookie Whisperer at shortstop. He's been so great for young players, too. So I think that's kind of a good example of when you do a lot of the intangibles well. Here's the thing, too. I mean, he's been a really good player against left-handed pitching, and they need someone in that role.
Yeah, which is a point you made. It's a really good one. D-Mac and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. We are just about 2 weeks from
He's
the
really
World.
good. He's a Miguel of a player. He really
I
is.
know you were searching for it. How about Roses are red, Dodgers are blue? I hope we win it all, and we'll see you next year.
That's a Miggy no. That's a Miggy no for me. Though.
Oh, I got to cheer.
No, sorry, Bill. That was for
you?
Doug.
Yes.
That was for Miggy No.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't call it a company. Yeah, mine was bad. Mine was intentionally bad. So
I got 20 to
my
4
mic's off,
here.
right? So this is what you want? You want me to like
I
be
got
less
20
funny
to
to make him
4.
feel better?
20
You want me to
20
make him
3.
feel better by being
22.
less funny?
Listen, I gotta
Okay, I
gotta
can
make
do it.
sure he's got something here.
I understand.
I'm just throwing
He
bones.
swung a miss on the no-hitter thing. I got it. I'll keep doing the poetry. All right. Are we on? That was a look. It's called a joke, buddy. The new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of friendship and the voice of LA sports. We have a World Cup preview coming up next here on D-Mac and Reiter. I mean, the music's good considering, Burr's doing it. No, Burr's just got great music taste.
What's this? I'm vibing. I'm feeling it.
Vibe out with us here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. 855-97 LA Fan. We have a caller.
Ooh.
You want to take it?
Let's hit it, baby.
Want to rock it?
Got some good callers today.
KO Sports Take. We got a lot of calls. We will take your phone calls at 855-97 LA Fan. KO Sports Take, what's up? You're on D-Mac and Reiter.
Hey, so you guys are already talking about 4 in a row for the Dodgers, and they haven't even won their third yet.
Yeah, I mean, look, I will say this, KO. Miguel Rojas is simply saying that if they get a third, which they're on track for, it might delay his retirement.
So
if you get a third,
I know.
Yeah.
I know that there's talk about the salary cap and everything. Do you think that would solve anything, or is it just going to be like a Band-Aid or like a slap by the MLB to just kind of say, "Hey, we tried"?
I think it's a good question. And thanks for the call, dude. Thanks for hanging out with us here on 97.1 The Fan. I think it depends on what goes down.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of twists and turns. You're going to see the players' union taking jabs at the owners taking jabs at the players' union. Hopefully what this solves is a better Major League Baseball as far as competitive balance. That is what they're hoping for. Now, will that allow the Dodgers and the Yankees and the Mets and the big market teams to spend? I still think that's what's best for the game. We're coming off a major World Series, lots of viewers, lots of interest. And this is as popular as baseball has been in a long, long time, so you don't want to mess with that. As far as the 4 and 5 championships thing, look, you've only had a team 4-peat and 5-peat once, and it was the 2 Yankees teams. So we're not jumping the gun on that. We are saying is that if they do win 3 straight, that is the only thing that could allow Miguel Rojas to consider continuing his career.
KO, thank you, brother, for listening. And a big thank you to a few of our early fan partners like NextGen and DraftKings. We appreciate your support. This is the home for all sports talk in Southern California, and a big part of that in about 2 weeks is the World Cup. It's going to be in Canada, in Mexico, in the United States, and LA plays a central and important role. U.S. men's national team is here, and so to celebrate that and get ready for that, we are previewing a different group every single day, and we're doing our World Cup preview right now.
That's right, guys. This is the countdown to the World Cup on DMAC and Reiter. We are 14 days now away from the World Cup. We are walking through the entire tournament, going day by day, group by group. But first, we're talking about Group C today, but we've got a little little FIFA news to start things off, which actually does relate to Group C. So, according to The Athletic, the Attorney Generals of New York and New Jersey have launched an investigation into FIFA's 2026 World Cup ticketing practices. In fact, several fans told The Athletic that they felt, quote, misled, deceived, or scammed. They also cited the fact that hospitality seating maps contradicted the standard seating maps, which falsely advertised some lower midfield sections as the possible location of Category 1 seats.
I do think it's insane that there's going to be a U.S. men's national team game at SoFi, and that the only way you can go is if you have enough money to have also bought the Lakers recently. Like, it's outrageously expensive.
They're insane. Like, put your kidneys on Craigslist type of stuff. Like, I mean, it's going to be an arm and a leg to go see those games, but it does not happen often. It's one of those things where, yeah, of course, it's going to be expensive.
I'll spend $300.
Yeah.
Like $5,000?
I mean, it's supply and demand. It's supply and demand. Here's the thing, though. Are they going? So, what's the? Is that we're talking after
money?
That Reiter money, right? That Arthur J money, right?
I am going back there tonight.
That goes out
going, man.
That goes out to eat 6 nights a week.
It's bad.
Bill Reiter money.
It's bad. Well, people are like, "Do you really know DMAC?" Yeah. And they're like, "Okay, you want to hang out?" I'm like, okay.
That is a successful thing. That works. That works every time. But here's the thing, though. Do the ticket prices? That's from FIFA, right?
Correct. Yeah, this
so it's not
specifically
even
goes after FIFA. Yeah,
yeah, because a lot of people blame the aftermarket prices, but it's a FIFA that is thing. Steep. That is steep.
And they have been misleading about where. Like, there are people that have purchased tickets that they were certainly led to believe were in one place and were in another. And the thing is, I understand there's going to be expensive tickets. There should be some level of affordability for fans who want to experience sports. And for me, I don't need my sports pricing out the people who made those sports billion-dollar companies in the first place. I understand rich people. I wish I was a rich person. I want to be a rich person. We all want to be rich people. I understand rich people are going to have a better sort of fan experience that fans can't even get in a stadium. I think is ridiculous.
That's just a lot. That's a lot. I've seen there's a really big backlash. Some people are like, oh, we want to see the stadiums empty and things like that. FIFA's not very popular.
You know who's popular? Probably one of these teams in these groups.
Well, certainly.
Nice pause.
We're talking about Group C today, and a very popular team, Brazil, headlines this group. Also, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. So these are the 4 teams in this. And it's a particularly tough group because both Brazil and Morocco are ranked in FIFA's top 10. Brazil is 6 and Morocco 8, respectively. And it doesn't get easier afterward because whichever team finishes second would end up playing the winner of Group F, which is made up of the Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden, notably. So this could set up a potential scenario where Morocco finishes second in this group and has to go on to face
That's brutal.
then the Netherlands, let's say, if they win that group. And that is a 7-8 matchup in the round of 32.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the World Cup, and it's going to be difficult, but the round of 32 is going to have some really easy opportunities, and you hope you get them. I don't know what your sort of temperature is on Ronald Koeman, who's the national team coach for the Netherlands, but the Netherlands are crazy, crazy talented. And even, I know we're going to get to Brazil here in a second, even Brazil, though, like if Brazil stumbled and fell to the second in the group, and Morocco's really, really good. They were in the semifinals last time around, right?
That's
correct. We're
correct.
going to hit that. This is one of those groups where it's really brutal, DMAC, and for Brazilian fans out there, there's a lot of them. You do not want to stumble in this group because I would take the Netherlands over Brazil. If I had to bet right now today, I would.
I saw the odds. It's a much more talented group, right? I mean, there's always going to be a lot of pressure on Brazil. Right. Are the superstars going to perform? Carlo, is he going to lead us?
Oh, my God.
To another World Cup?
Too many Real Madrid guys.
I saw.
Bursch has got some. Do you want to hear some Brazil? By the way, Bursch is going to walk us through some Brazil facts. As a Barcelona fan, I just can't root for largely for these guys.
That's right. So Brazil, they have a new head coach in Carlo Ancelotti, and obviously huge names like Rafinha, Neymar Jr., who just got hurt, and Bill, of course, the world's best player, Vinny Jr.
All right, so I love Rafinha because he's a Barca guy. I like Neymar, but I kind of like rooting for Neymar is like rooting for Oro Hershiser if he pitched in a game that matters tomorrow. Like, I think he was great, but it's over. I hate Vinny Jr.
He barely made the team, right? Neymar,
he shouldn't. Look, this is the thing about LeBron James, and LeBron's much more capable than Neymar. Brazil has a lot of talented players. It really feels like Neymar got in on name recognition and brand and past account. Neymar can't stay healthy.
He got in on Neymar?
No! Damn it. I'm writing it down whether you get a cheer or not. Unbelievable. That was really good. I actually like Neymar. He's kind of grown on me. His PSG years weren't great, and he left.
Nope.
But the guy should not. Do you think he can still be a difference maker? Because you can also just play, the last 20 minutes of critical matches if you're a Neymar. I guess you can make a difference.
I was stumbling on some Brazil message boards.
You were?
Doing my prep. I got into the weeds a little bit. And people, it's kind of weird to see fans go back and forth. Some say that he's not going to play as much because he barely made the team. And some are saying, let's be real, he's going to get those opportunities because of seniority. I think that if you're a Brazil fan, you want that next generation to, if you're not going to win this World Cup, get that valuable experience, try to make that run. I think the Neymar time, think about Neymar too. It's like, whether it be international competition, whether it be, of course, you had your time with him, right? And I'll never forget that comeback that still haunts me.
I wasn't a fan yet, so I didn't get to enjoy it.
I know. Neither was I, but I watched it on YouTube a couple times.
Yeah, me too.
But he hasn't had the best reputation on the big stages. And
that's true.
Would you say that from a talent standpoint, like why has Brazil fallen from the Frances and even Spain's the favorite? It seems like there's a drop-off in quality.
They remind me of the comp I would make is how like Texas football players and Texas quarterbacks come to the NFL and are soft.
Yeah.
I think Brazilians have become soft. And that's going to make so many people mad who are listening. I mean, the beautiful game, and they are as creative and beautiful to watch play. But you know who the best player on the Brazilian national team is? It's Rafinha, who doesn't play like a Brazilian. He runs. He's not a great dribbler. He's not great one-on-one. He's more of a run into space. He's not going to like hug the sort of sideline, which is not the soccer term. He's going to invert. The best player, and Rafinha should have been a Ballon d'Or top 2 player last year. He got absolutely hosed. The best player in Brazil, in my opinion, and the opinion of most people who know what they're talking about, because I said it, is a guy that doesn't play like a Brazilian. I think they're soft, dude. I think Vinny Jr. should be Mini Jr. because he's so bad on the international stage. He's awful. Oh,
Ouch.
I don't like
Taking a
Vinny.
shot. You don't like Vinny?
No. Are we watching the PSG Champions League thing together on Saturday?
I hope so. Can I get the invite?
You're in. You're always invited.
Hey, so where is it at? And what I know the
South
time.
Bay.
South Bay?
Yeah.
Nice.
Boom.
G might have to roll up. She has got some PSG jerseys too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have her bring your friends, bring her friends, bring everybody. Morocco.
Well, speaking of PSG, I believe Morocco's best player does play for PSG. Now, of course, Brazil got paired with another top contender. That is 8th-ranked Morocco. They're coming off an incredibly successful 2022 World Cup run, as you mentioned, Bill, where they reached the semifinals. They lost to France 2-0, and then lost the third-place match to Croatia. But, I mean, the fourth-place finish in that tournament is incredibly impressive, and Morocco has just been on the up and up as a nation. And, of course, as we mentioned, if they finish second in this group, which the headlining game, Brazil versus Morocco, actually takes place at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, which is why the story at the top of this segment related to this group especially. I'd imagine the ticket for that game is incredibly expensive.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That must be insane.
But, yeah, that sets up for a really tough potential round of 32 for Morocco.
Are you a sports bettor? I like to sports bet on things I don't really cover. I am going to put money on Morocco to win this group.
Are you?
I think Morocco can beat Brazil because I think Morocco can beat Brazil 1 out of 3 times, and I think Brazil will beat Brazil 1 out of 3 times. And I mathed that. That's 2 out of 3 times Morocco wins. And they're plus 400 to win the group. I know we're going to get to Scotland and Haiti, but they're not winning the group. So I'm actually kind of Morocco has to beat Brazil heads up to win the group. I kind of like.
And they beat Brazil in 2023, right?
They beat
back.
They beat
Morocco.
They beat everybody, dude.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody. France kind of got them. By the way, fun fact, Lamine Yamal, who our boss, program director Andrew, incorrectly doubted as the greatest player in the world, Lamine Yamal had a choice between Morocco and Spain. He chose Spain. Had he chosen Morocco, Morocco could be one of the favorites right now.
That's wild to think.
Well, fun fact you right there.
I liked it.
Well, as you mentioned, the other 2 teams in this group probably not among the favorites. Scotland. They are returning to the tournament after being away for decades. Scotland is appearing in their first World Cup since 1998. They appeared in 8 World Cups across the second half of the 20th century, but this is their first time in the new millennium. Given the new format, they have a shot at making it past the group stage for the first time in history with a decent third-place finish in this group.
I don't know anything about the Scottish national team, and I watch a lot of ESPN FC. Do you watch that? Like it's a soccer show. I'm so put out by how much they talk Scotland football.
Really?
Soccer. Because 2 of the guys that are talents on there are Scottish.
I like Scott McTominay. I like John McGinn. I like Andy Robertson.
I just Googled it too. I know.
Wait, what?
I didn't realize McTominay
He's the
was
highest rated
Scottish.
Scottish player modern. I mean, I like that team. I like Billy Gilmore.
Who doesn't?
I like Aaron Cuthbert. That's actually a different national team, but I
still like him.
Yeah, I do like them though. Yeah.
Can
Great
you do
jerseys.
a Scottish accent?
Ooh,
Put you on the spot there. Put you on the Scott there.
Scott, come back to me. My brain's processing. I do have one though.
Okay. Lastly, and I mean lastly.
Yes, Haiti. It's their first World Cup since 1974, which is the only time they have made a World Cup. In 1974, they went 0-3. They scored 2 goals. So they're looking for their first ever victory in a World Cup match. The good news, though, they are not actually the lowest ranked team in the tournament. They are 83rd, according to FIFA. New Zealand is 85th. So Haiti's actually the second worst ranked team in the entire tournament. So guys, what would be considered a success for Haiti here? Obviously, getting a win might be a really tall task, but maybe just getting to 3 total goals in the
3 goals in 3 games. Is that right?
I think
that's a tough group.
That's a tough group. Lots
Haiti
of
their
talent, lots of big
chances.
teams. Yeah, I thought about going there. It was just right there, though.
Yeah, I should have gone there.
I don't hate it.
It's too late. I just did it.
Hate it or love it.
Take the same thing. Oh my gosh, great Scotland.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right.
My chances of winning today are Brazilch.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give it that. I like mercy cheers.
That's like the most creative, the most okay.
I like it better when you get mercy cheers than when you get the ones you've earned.
Thoughtful, creative, witty, smart.
You're describing D-Mac and Reiter.
Intelligent.
on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. It's been a fun show. It's not over yet. We are going to reveal our Rooter Hero of the day. You still have a little time over on YouTube or X at The Fan LA, to vote for great finalists. We'll give you the winner next year on DMAC and Reiter.
Being blind.
On the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. He is Doug McKay, I'm Bill Reiter. Phone number 855-97-LA Fan. A lot of calls today. Thanks for everybody for listening, participating, hanging out. Remember, those of you streaming us on YouTube at The Fan LA, push the like button, push that bell so you know when DMAC and I are hanging out.
Hit the bell.
Speaking of the bell, ding, ding, ding. The winner, it's time for the hero of the day from Reiter Hero. Everybody needs a hero. ReiterHero.com. Wow.
Is it close?
It's a little close.
Oh, wow.
Okay. The ladies of DMAC and Reiter, who I was really rooting for, came in third place with 20%. Yeah. The YouTube chat.
Jean's competitive. She's not going to like that.
Who backed me
over
you and Miguel Rojas. Easy for me to say. They didn't win either. Got 32%. Dave Roberts, disrespected like normal, 4%. Shohei Ohtani, no-hitter through 6 when he got pulled. Lead-off home run, 44%. Yeah, the Reiter hero of the day.
That makes up for not throwing the no-hitter. I think that's bigger.
You know what?
To win that.
I didn't think of that. It does. Can we submit it when the Cy Young comes up? Can we submit it as one of the...
It should be
on
a
the
part
resume.
of it. Absolutely. It's going to be in that trophy
like
case.
Bob
for sure.
Nightingale will be like, I'm going to vote for Wade. I didn't realize he was Reiter hero of the day on, what is today? May 28th. Is that a good Nightingale? Is that how you say his name?
Bob Nightingale, solid.
I got to pronounce it for Nightingale.
Nightingale.
I said Dale.
Yeah,
like Chippendale.
Chippendale.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, or Ken
Congratulations.
Rosenthal.
You see Shohei Ohtani, you're just going to click it, right? I see Shohei, I click. That's what people do.
Can we have a cheer, too? Because we have another competition to announce. This is exciting. It's the daily fun-off. Who's funnier?
I don't
14 for me. So that's a number.
I don't agree to this
I have
list.
a boo, so I have to erase that. So 13 for me, and then 9 for you, and then Bursch got a boo and a cheer. We're going to give him the 1. 13 to 9 to 1.
I'll
He's
take my
getting close today.
I'll take my quality though. I mean,
sorry.
you got a point for Haiti.
I'm sorry. Which one? I didn't quite get the.
Yeah.
Was that a number 1? I think I heard.
Number 1.
Oh. Wow. You'll get there.
I think I'll try tomorrow. Actually.
Is this why you keep stealing my paper?
Number 2.
I came close to getting it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you took it again earlier. DMAC and Reiter.
It has this like gravitational pull.
You
It's
want
like,
it so
I don't know
badly.
Look, did you see the new one? I almost got one of those too.
I'm gonna put your birthday in my calendar after the show, so I know when it is, and then I'm gonna sign one of these for you. The way we signed
The hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did Alex Curry? Did she take the hat home?
I saw it in the the office.
In the place of honor.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
Okay.
in the office there. It was the production, the meeting room. So that's a special hat.
It is very special.
It really is.
We both signed it.
We both did.
And it's hard to sign an all black hat, right? We had to put on the 97.
We had to put on the logo,
fan.
do the red pen.
Yep.
I think we should get one of those silver pens for the autographing. I think that would do the honors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we give her another one tomorrow?
Just do one a day. Because, there's some people, some people are like, oh, it's my birthday. There's some people like, oh, it's my birthday week. It's my birthday month.
Birthday month.
Birthday year.
My son Henry has been trying to plan his birthday party and the gifts he wants since December. His birthday's in June.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he's on birthday month.
He is
Watch.
a big birthday guy.
He's a birthday dude. How great was Miggy today, Rojas? He was awesome, dude.
Honestly, I've gotten a chance to interview or ask questions to or just be around, I would say, essentially this entire team for the last couple years.
Favorite?
And Miguel Rojas, as far as how candid he
Top
can
3 or
get,
4?
he's really, really up there. He's really good. You know who else is who gives him a run for his money though?
Who?
Max Muncy. Max Muncy.
I could see that.
Very smart. He really knows the game. Not afraid to take shots. Talk about other teams. That kind of stuff. So Muncy's definitely up there too.
What would it take at the end of a Dodger season for you to rank your favorite Dodgers in order? But you have to have people finish, last.
I would definitely do that.
Would you really?
Yeah. I mean, because I could frame it in my
your special
my
way,
clever way that would give me an out technically. But no, I could definitely do that.
I think that would be,
but not ones I've interviewed. Just my favorite Dodgers, right?
No,
all things
it's
considered.
Current roster.
I know all things considered. Yeah,
but it's who you like.
Yeah, who I like. I would definitely do that. Yeah.
Speaking of things that we like, the Spurs, Game 6, trying to fend off losing their season coming to an end. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. It's early. They are up 20-15 over the Thunder. Obviously down 3-2 in that series, but each team has lost a game at home. But they're on serve as it relates to home court advantage. And I think something you and I talked about a few days ago, doesn't mean it's a lock. The Spurs win Game 6. They win tonight. They force a Game 7 in Oklahoma City. That feels like a coin flip to me. Wemby can 100% take over a game, And I don't know. Don't you think that the pressure might mount a little bit on the Thunder in a Game 7 since they're supposed to win this thing again?
I think that's a great point. The fact that you're going into OKC, there's so much pressure on them. You got the complaining and the refs, and Spurs just going to want to go out there and ball. Also, too, did the black SUVs pull up to get Wemby against the Knicks in the finals? That's kind of my question, too, because
that's right.
The Thunder going for 2 would be interesting. You got the reigning MVP, but the Knicks versus Wemby and the Spurs,
dude,
that to me would be the best finals since Cavs Warriors. To me would definitely be right up there.
Put it directly into my vein.
Inject it.
The new 97.1, the
That'd
fan,
be so amazing.
The voice of LA sports. I'm not even sure who I'd root for. I usually root against New York teams, just as a rule. I really like Brunson. I like him as a guy, as a person, as a player, as a leader, as a human being. He just seems like a great dude all the way around. I would be down with either of those teams winning.
That would be, look, I think that's the thing, too. I know a lot of people, LA, we're against New York teams, and that. The thing about the Knicks is they're not close to the Lakers in titles.
Right.
So you're not really threatened there. They don't really have any hateable players. So I agree with you. Like, that's a fun team. Mike Brown's had a very interesting basketball life.
He's a good person.
He
He's
really
a likable
is.
guy.
Yeah, I think, too. Yeah, that as well. And, yeah, I
In
mean,
the NBA, it's Boston, right? Like, for the Lakers, like, Boston takes the place of the hated other organization. The Celtics.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the Celtics, it's the Clippers, the Warriors probably. But who would you root for? Who would you root for the Knicks in that series?
I think I would root for the Knicks, but I've also individually root for Wembanyama. I think it's so I was really happy for LeBron James, and my wife's from Ohio. I was really happy for the Cavs when they won that 2016 title. And Steph Curry's, I think, the nicest superstar I've ever met in my entire life that I've been around. So I think it feel like that, where I was happy for the Cavs, but I also would have been happy for the Warriors. I could go either way.
Me too. I would like to see New York just to see what it would look like after. But for me, I want to see greatness. I want to see the best player in the NBA. I want to see the new face of the NBA. He is, as I've dubbed the French perfection, Victor Wembanyama. So give me the Spurs on that one if that's the case. But tonight we've still got more games to go in that series, and it's going to come down to 7.
A little bit of a run. Spurs now 26-17. We'll obviously talk about it tomorrow on the show. What do you think most of these Dodgers do on their day off if they're not hanging out with Earl Hershiser at Earl Hershiser Chevrolet and Chino? You think they're just, you think it's
There's only a couple of these days in these stretches. I think they're just rotting on the couch, chilling, hanging with family. Maybe some guys are golfing. You got any charity work? That's a day for that later. So I think it's kind of that. A lot
sitting
of them just
around,
straight chilling. A lot of them probably watching the show, watching the game.
Getting on YouTube with the Fan LA.
Yeah, I think that's what they're absolutely doing.
Downloading the free Odyssey app because they want to listen to D-Mac and Reiter.
I also
do
think,
their
too,
thing. That's us. Third person.
Yeah,
do you ever talk about yourself in the third person?
D-Mac is not the biggest fan of doing that.
Yeah, Bill Reiter doesn't believe in that.
Yeah, D-Mac really doesn't talk about himself. D-Mac feels like I'm looking at my score today, and it's closer than yours. So D-Mac
doesn't do accuracy or math. I'll talk about you in the third person.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you to
D-Mac loves doing this show with you. I'll tell you that much.
I love D-Mac. Bill Reiter loves D-Mac. Thank you to Miguel Rojas for being on the show. The guy, unequivocally, beyond a doubt, who made possible this Dodgers dynasty. Thank you to him. Thank you to Ryan Berchinger, the executive producer. Great job. Thank you to Sam Medina on social media. Great work. And thank you, D-Mac, for putting up with me and my humor. I know it's hard when I keep beating in that competition. I'm rooting for you tomorrow. This is D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Ben Stevens has got you covered live for the next 3 hours. We'll see you tomorrow on D-Mac and Reiter.
They have the sources. They have the pulse. And they're the only ones keeping it local. D-Mac and Reiter, your all-access pass to the action. Broadcasting live from the Odyssey Wilshire Studios in the heart of the city. This is KNX-FM and KCBS HD2 Los Angeles, 97.1 The Fan.